everyone, Monique here. Today we're going to work on harvesting some of our garden items. It's late September here and it's time to take things and put them in the compost and call the season done. So we're going to work on that in just a moment. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to pull each plant and take the cherry tomatoes off so that they can ripen in the house. They don't have to be outside to ripen. So we're gonna take this whole plant. This may take some elbow grease. Holy Hannah. Take half the planter with. Wow, you really did. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to make this a little bit easier by snapping off branches. So see, this branch has some tomatoes, and so we're gonna put them aside. And we're gonna snap off this branch. It has some tomatoes. Put it aside. We're gonna follow that down to where it's sprouted. See here? Peel that off. Make sure there's no other tomatoes. I think we're good. And then that can go in my compost pail, which will later go into the garden. And I'm just gonna do that for each branch. So see, this one has some. So we're gonna snap that off. This can go in there. We're on our last branch. No tomatoes on here. So that will go in the compost pail, and then we're down to the root. So that stuff's all for compost. Now we're gonna move over to here. And let me just adjust the camera a bit. We're gonna take all these tomatoes off the vine, and yes, they're very green, but we're gonna set them up to ripen in the kitchen. Okay, we'll go to the next vine. We're gonna pluck those off. And you know, when they're this tiny, there's really no point. Okay, we'll take all the ones off of this vine. I think we've got them all. Yeah, we've got them all. And then we'll go to this vine, and we're just gonna pluck off all these tomatoes. Okay, check if we have any more. Oh, we have a few over here. That's so tiny, we're not gonna bother. There we go. So this is what we got from that one plant. We actually got a lot more tomatoes than this. This is just what's left at the end of September, or the mid-September. And now I'll come back and I'll show you how we lay them out so that they can ripen. So I've come inside, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lay out my tomatoes so that they can ripen. So I'm gonna put out some newspaper on one of my crafting tables. Yes, I've got a bazillion crafting tables because I used to do markets all the time with my crafts. I haven't done markets for years, but maybe someday I'll do it again once I retire my day job. But we'll just spread these out, and then we will put the tomatoes on here to ripen. So there we go. So some of them I left on the vines. So we'll just put those. And I don't really want them touching anything else. So here we go. A few I left on the vines. And once they have ripened, then I'll decide if I'm gonna make pasta sauce with them, or if I'm gonna can them or freeze them. I have been making pasta sauce lately because these are all like grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. So they kind of need to be mixed with something. The other thing I do is I have been known to just freeze them, just like after they're ripened. Just freeze them. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll check on these every now and then. And the ones that are starting to get color, I'll take them to my upstairs bowl. This is my downstairs kitchen. I have a mother-in-law suite in my basement. And there we go, guys. That's how I have them laid out for now. Here's a closer look. I just have them laid out just like that. And we'll let them ripen. I'll give them probably 2 or 3 days, and then I'll come and check on them. And any that have color, I'll bring them upstairs so that I'm reminded, it's right in my face, that I have to do something with them. And that's it, guys. I'm just going to continue doing this to all my containers, because if you follow me, you'll know that I do container gardens. So I'm just going to keep doing this to all the containers. And any containers that are small enough, I just pop into my greenhouse and maybe I can get a little bit more length out of them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.